Okay, welcome to our next lesson, which is the exterior angle of, well, specifically regular polygons. So the previous two lessons, we were looking at the exterior angles of triangles, which were fun and relatively easy. This one here, funnily enough, is going to be even easier. We're going to do the same sorts of things, but for regular polygons. And just like there was with a triangle, there's going to be a shortcut for this one, which is going to make the questions extremely easy for us. So what is our lesson goal? It's to calculate the exterior angle of a regular polygon. And here's an example of a typical sort of question you might be able to solve by the end of this video. So if you haven't yet, make sure you've got your maths book, pen and calculator. Pause the video if you need to and get our heading into your books, Exterior Angles of Polygons. Okay, so once you've got your heading in, let's go in and look at our set of notes for today's lesson, which we will be getting into our books, by the way. All right, so consider a regular hexagon. Here it is down below. Now, if I asked you to find the value of that angle x, we know how to do it. We covered it, in a previous lesson. Our first goal is to determine what is the angle sum, right? That is, what do the 6 angles of this hexagon add up to? Right, so there's 6 angles. So we're going to use that trick of take away 2. So it's going to be 4 times 180. And we end up getting the angle sum of a hexagon. If you have a hexagon, it will have 6 angles, and those 6 angles will add up to 720 degrees always. So if the 6 angles add up to 720, since this is a regular hexagon, that means all the angles are going to be the same. We can determine the value of x just by dividing the 720 degrees between the 6 angles, and you end up getting 120 degrees. That's the size of x here. That's 120 degrees there. Now, but this lesson's on the exterior angle. We know how to create exterior angles, right? You take a side, you extend it out, and what ends up getting created is what we call the exterior angle. So what would be the size of our exterior angle if x happens to be 120 degrees? So again, just like we've seen previously, we have ourselves a straight angle here. That means this whole thing needs to add up to 180 degrees, right? Remember, straight angles are 180 degrees. You would have learned it in primary school. So if x is 120, what is our exterior angle going to be? Well, it's going to be 180 minus the 120, which ends up giving us 60 degrees. That there is the exterior angle of this regular hexagon. Right, so what did we do to find this exterior angle? We found the angle sum of a hexagon. We then divided it by 6 to determine the size of the internal angle. And then we were able to take it away from 180 because of straight angles. So that was a 3-step process. Well, I'm about to tell you that there's a super short shortcut that will turn this 3-step process into a 1-step process. And that is this. The exterior angles, right, for any regular, or actually for any polygon, if you create exterior angles all the way around, in this case, we had a 6-sided shape, so there's 6 exterior angles. The exterior angles will always add up to 360 degrees. That means that I'm going to do this in, black. If you want to find the exterior angle for a polygon, a regular one that is, where all the exterior angles would be the same, since all of the exterior angles add up to 360, you can actually just take 360 and divide it by the number of exterior angles. And in this case, it's a hexagon, there's 6 of them. 360 divided by 6 will end up getting us 60 degrees. Notice that's the exact same answer we got here by doing all of our steps properly. So in the final section of our notes today is actually going to be right in this shortcut. But for this section, can I get you for your notes, copy in the diagram, maybe without all the crazy exterior angles around it, and the full working out that we did over here on the right, where we found the angle sum, the size of the internal angle, and then eventually the exterior angle afterwards. All right, so once you've got that copied into your books, we'll have a look at what is this special little trick that we sort of looked at right at the end of that previous example. And that is, if you want to find the exterior angle, well, there's a formula that you can use. The exterior angle will just be 360 divided by the number of sides. So this formula is what we're going to use for all the rest of our questions in this lesson. Definitely please pause the video, get this copied into your books. Once you have it copied in, let's look at how this works with some more examples. All right, so we want to find the exterior angle of each. The first one has 8 sides. We've got ourselves an octagon here. It's a regular octagon as well, as you know, we are dealing with just regular polygons for this video. And we can see one of the sides has been extended. We've got ourselves an exterior angle right there. That's our exterior angle. All right, so how do we find the size of the exterior angle? Well, let's just use the formula that we learned, this shortcut. If you want to find the exterior angle, it's just 360 divided by the number of sides. It's an octagon, there are 8 sides. So type this in your calculator and you get 45 degrees. Hopefully if you look at the diagram, it looks like, 45 degrees does look about right as well. So it seems to sort of fit in with what we would sort of expect just by looking with our eyes. That is it. That's how you find exterior angle of a regular polygon. This second one's meant to be a regular decagon. I just wrote decagon, but it's a regular one. If you want to find the exterior angle, again, forget finding angle sum, the internal angle, and then the exterior angle. We just go straight to it. The exterior angle will be 360 divided by the number of sides. It's a decagon. No points for guessing. It's got 10 sides. Typing that into your calculator or using your head, whatever, you get the size of the exterior angle of the decagon, 36 degrees. All right, so pause the video, make sure you get these examples copied into your books. And that is, I think maybe I've got one more example, maybe not. Let's have a look. Yeah, we do. Okay, there's one more example. Because this one's a little bit different. What type of regular polygon has an exterior angle of 72 degrees? So this time we've been told the exterior angle is 72 degrees and they want us to work out, how many sides the polygon has, right? We don't know if it's, triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon. We don't know. That's what they're asking us to find out. Right, so for this one here, probably the easiest way to do it is we know the exterior angle is 360 divided by the number of sides. What I would personally suggest you do, purely because it is actually the easiest way, just sub in different values of n. Try a 3-sided shape, try a 4-sided shape, try a 5-sided shape, and see which one gives you an exterior angle of 72 degrees. And when you do that, you end up discovering it's when, there's no point putting in 1 or 2 because, a 2-sided shape isn't even a polygon. They sort of start at 3 and go up. And what you discover, 3 doesn't work, 4 doesn't work. It's actually 5. 360 divided by 5 gives you the 72 degrees. So in this case here, it was when n was equal to 5. 5 is all you need. Ultimately, what type of regular polygon has an exterior angle of 72 degrees? It was a 5-sided polygon. Sorry, which, normally we would just say, hey, it's a pentagon. Okay, so that's the way you'd go about doing that. All right, final example, make sure you have that copied in. Ultimately, it was just guess and check. That you could solve it as an equation, no doubts, but again, the easiest way to do this question was probably just guess and check different values, and eventually you'll find the number that gives you the 72 degrees. All right, here are your questions. So I'm going to get you to so pause the video, copy down questions, and have a go at solving all 6 of these questions. Once you're done, unpause the video, and we can have a look at answers and finish off this lesson. Okay, so hopefully everyone's had a chance to go ahead and answer these 6 questions, right? You're trying to find the exterior angle of each. And these are the answers you should have got. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave, questions or comments in this YouTube section, or alternatively, you can go back on a Canvas, send an email to me, or just leave a reply into where the lesson link was. Best of luck, and I'll see you for the next lesson. All right, bye.